When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. Powerful words, words of comfort, words of promise. Life can feel like a raging sea sometimes, can't it? Waves of worry crash against us. Winds of fear threaten to pull us under. It's in these moments when we feel most alone that we need to remember the promises, God's promises. They are not just words on a page, they are lifelines. Anchors for our souls, unchanging, unwavering, and utterly reliable. When God makes a promise, he keeps it. He is not a man that he should lie. He does not change like shifting shadows. In a world that often disappoints, God's promises stand firm. They are a beacon of hope, a source of strength, a reminder that we are never truly alone. No matter how fierce the storm, his promises whisper peace to our hearts. He is with us, always. Think about the promises we make to each other. Sometimes we break them, sometimes we forget them. But God's promises are different. They are not like contracts, signed and sealed with the possibility of being broken. They are covenants, born out of love and faithfulness. Remember Noah? God promised never again to flood the earth. He marked that promise with a rainbow, a symbol of hope that stretches across the sky. Or consider Abraham. God promised him descendants as numerous as the stars. And generation after generation, that promise has been fulfilled. These stories and countless others remind us of God's faithfulness. They are testaments to the unwavering nature of his word. He does not make promises lightly. He speaks and it is done. He commands and it stands fast. But God's promises are more than just stories in an ancient book. They are living, breathing truths that have the power to transform our lives today. They are not mere words. They are infused with the very power of God. And that power is available to each and every one of us. When we claim his promises, when we make them a part of our hearts and minds, they begin to work in our lives. They give us strength when we are weak. They give us hope when we are discouraged. They give us peace when we are afraid. Have you ever felt the whisper of God's peace in the midst of chaos? That's the power of his promises at work. Have you ever experienced unexplainable strength during a difficult time? That's the power of his promises upholding you. Throughout history, men and women of faith have clung to God's promises. They found strength in his word. They found hope in his assurances. They faced impossible odds, endured unimaginable trials, and emerged victorious because they trusted in a God who keeps his word. Think of David, a shepherd boy who faced down a giant, armed with nothing but a slingshot and the promise of God. Think of Esther, a young woman who risked her life to save her people, trusting in God's plan. Think of Paul, imprisoned for his faith, yet writing with unshakable confidence about the hope he had in Christ. Their stories echo through the ages, reminding us that God is faithful, that he is with us, that he will never leave us nor forsake us. Their lives are a testament to the transformative power of believing in God's promises, even when we cannot see the outcome. So today I want to encourage you, cling to the promises of God. Let them be your anchor in the storms of life. Let them be your source of strength, your beacon of hope, your wellspring of peace. When doubts creep in, when fears threaten to overwhelm you, remember his promises. Speak them out loud, write them down, meditate on them day and night. For in them you will find life, and you will find hope, and you will find the unwavering faithfulness of a God who loves you more than you can possibly imagine. His promises are for you. Believe them, embrace them, live in the freedom and confidence that comes from knowing that God keeps his word. He always has, he always will.